sector, and I have a phenomenal panel of young leaders that are leading the transformation. Please welcome my panelists, Mate Rimac, founder and CEO of Rimac Group, CEO of Bugatti Rimac and Rimac Technology, Marko Pejkovic, CEO and co-founder of Verne, and Hassan Jameel, vice chairman of Abdul Latif Jameel. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining me. So this is a sector that is undergoing so much transformation. We see that EV sales are projected to reach 40% by the year 2030, which is insane, being in the US right now, thinking about that, and what's going to come. And the three of you are leading that transformation and preparing us for it. Hassan, I want to start with you. Your family business is deep in the automotive space. You are one of the largest independent Toyota distributors in the world. What was exciting for you about taking on the mantle and bringing the family business to the 21st century when it comes to automotive?
Well, thank you very much, Mariana. To begin with, it's a real pleasure and an honor to be here at FII Miami. It's my first time in Miami FII, so it's so wonderful to see all the energy. A little bit about our company, Abdul Latif Jameel. We're an international diversified network of businesses that operate in several sectors and industries, one of which is mobility. And I think mobility is a very interesting one that is kind of the way, because we've been in it the longest. And what's interesting is we look at mobility as a long-term opportunity. So we look at the transition, not just what's happening today, but really what's happening over the next 10 and 20 years ahead. And what we're seeing today in the mobility sector, there's really a lot of disruption unfolding. There's, of course, the autonomous kind of world unfolding. There's cars and mobility are becoming more connected and more digital. Sustainability is a big part of it, big part of it as well. So all of these, we're seeing all these converge together and really creating this disruption. As for our company, ALJ, as you mentioned, we've been working with Toyota for the last 70 years. This year, it's our 70-year anniversary. And we've been very fortunate to be a partner with them. But we also invest in new opportunities. So, for examples of that, we've invested in a company called Rivian, which is an electric SUV and pickup lifestyle electric vehicles. And we invested with them 12, 13 years ago when there was just 10 engineers, 10 guys working. We invested in India in electric two-wheeler and three-wheeler tuk-tuks, electric tuk-tuks. And that's an investment we did because we're very interested in the global south and how we can electrify and look at opportunities of electrifying countries in the global south.
And I love that because you're respecting the local culture also and developing something that is authentic to the place.
Of course. It's a very, very interesting market there as well. So I think there's a lot of opportunities. Another wonderful company we're invested in and we work closely with is Joby, which is a vertical takeoff and landing. They don't like me when I say helicopter, so it's not a helicopter, but it's basically a vehicle that is electric that is looking at intercity transportation. Because today we're looking at roads, we're looking at traffic, but actually we're not looking at air mobility. So Joby, or Joe Ben, the CEO and the founder of Joby, is really taking that and pioneering that initiative. And of course, there's Verne, which is a phenomenal company and phenomenal founders that I've met recently. I met a while ago, but recently we invested with them that looks at autonomous mobility solutions. And I of course they're going to speak more to
about that, yes.
About that. But I think what's interesting, there are many factors that are happening that are unfolding today. But if we look at traffic or accident rates, for instance, 90 to 95 of accidents today, 95% of accidents today are by human error. 95% of accidents are by human error. If we can eliminate or even drastically reduce that from the equation, we can really start seeing a huge disruption, and we believe that's really possible.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And if you think about many of the issues that we've talked about in this space, when you talk about the future of our cities, when you talk about the global south, the majority of the population lives in urban centers that are truly not equipped transportation-wise to have that massive amount of people there. So what you three are doing is really equipping our cities and our communities for a better future to come. Mate, I'm going to go to you now. Tell us about Rimac Group, and how do you see startups? How do you see legacy auto